let's get this started. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. But nobody's here anyway, so. Okay, so let's go. We got both of them going. We're going to pause this. How can I pause this? I can't. Won't let me pause. Power button sticks. Leveling it is a bit off when it comes to Z offset and manual add and Cura. Okay. I was having some issues with my main camera. I think my El Cheapo HDMI port, USB to HDMI, is going out because it is not playing well. Either that or one of my ports is going out on my PC, which is not good because this is only, what, like 3 years old, I think. So, what's up, Gaming Ham? How's it going? That name sounds familiar. You were in Jim's live stream, weren't you? Jim from the Edge of Tech, my buddy. He said he's going to try and stop in, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I don't expect anybody to come in here. People got better things to do at this time of night, so most of the time people are going to be going to bed, whereas I will be up. But we have the Flashforge right here. We're going to be doing an unboxing. I do have a camera set up right next to it, so actually let's add that in really quick and make sure that everything is good. Because I didn't check the angle of it before I did anything. Okay, so I see. Yes, so we'll share it. Let me adjust it really quick, and we'll get this this show on the road. Really could get a wide angle lens for this thing. Hopefully the audio is okay. It's 1:02 a.m. here. So you're in, no, you're not in Australia because it's like 5 o'clock there. You're not in England because that's, no, you might be in England. No, yeah, no, you're in England. You're in England. All right, let's see. Audio is good here. Awesome, good. Yeah, you're in the UK. Sweet. I'm kind of disappointed. I really was wanting to come out there for the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Fest. Should set up a top-down camera. I probably will at some point redo everything. Kind of try and get some more professionalism in here than, just having a foldable table up there. It's kind of something like Jim from the Edge of Tech has, or, well, pretty much what anybody has. Joel Telling has it. Junkle Jesse has it. Like an actual table. So, budget is $400 to $500. Hey, good to catch you live. I'm looking to buy a resin printer for statue hobby. Any suggestions? So, in the $400 to $500 range, any cubic mono printers are pretty good. You'll probably get a better deal on the Elegoo Saturn or Saturn II if you're looking for that. But mind you, they have a max build volume, I think, of 250. So they're, or maybe it's 200. It might be 200. I could be wrong. I'll have to double check. I forget. Where else am I streaming? I am streaming on TikTok. I am streaming on YouTube. I am streaming on Twitter. I am streaming on Twitch, or not Twitter, or whatever it is, X, whatever it's called now. We're streaming on my Facebook page, my personal one, my Akuma Mods Facebook page, and the 3D Printing for Noobs group. So we're streaming everywhere. Your color is really washed out. Actually, my color should be, no, it is a little bit washed out on Facebook. I don't know why. The color is definitely off on Facebook. This is like red here, but it's orange on Facebook. So Saturn II for $350 at Amazon would be good. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, Saturn II would be pretty good. I personally am not a big fan of the Saturn IIs just because of the type of build plate it is. They use a ball joint system. It's my personal preference. I know a lot of people love Elegoo because they have a great customer service. They build fairly good printers. You know, they're cheap printers, but they work. They do what they need to, and that's pretty much the gist of it. So if you like them, go with that. But I will just tell you that you will have to adjust the build plate at some point. Now, Anthony, if you're looking for a resin printer and you're buying through Amazon US, let me know. There are some links in my bio for a uniformation printer. It's a little bit more expensive than what you're looking for, but I will tell you it is the comparative to what a bamboo printer is for resin. It's about $300 over your budget, but it's literally a good to go printer. So I'm going to get a laser engraver, then save to get a resin printer. That's right. You were the one that was asking about both of them. I remember. That's why your name's stuck in my head. So thank you for the follow, by the way. All right. Without further ado, let's get this set up here. So just to let you know, the printer that we are unboxing is the brand new Flashforge 5M Pro. I will probably call it the M5 Pro because it's just weird saying 5M Pro. But anyway, it's a fairly fast printer. It is right in the price range of the Bambu Labs P1P. I know that's pretty much the industry standard to go up against nowadays. But I will tell you that this does offer a little bit better bang for the buck compared to a P1P. Now, I'm not saying it's going to provide a better print quality or comparative print quality. That I don't know until we get it up and running, which from what it looks like, it should be fairly easy to get this up and running. Almost as easy as a Bamboo printer, which I have right there. But as I said, it's a little bit better bang for the buck, at least on paper, than the P1P. It has a 0.4 and a 0.6 nozzle on it, and this does go all the way up to 280 degrees Celsius. So, and the platform goes up to 110 Celsius. So it does do some higher end temperature filament. So it's kind of more like an X1 carbon with without all the fancy features, as far as I can tell, like LiDAR and things like that. But it does have auto leveling, I believe, from what I've read. The other downside to it, though, is that it is a slightly smaller printer. So in build-wise, the P1P is a 256. This one is a 220, if I'm not mistaken. But Flashforge is usually that type of printer. They're usually a smaller printer. But they do provide great quality. And from what I remember, the nozzles on here, they should be kind of like the Revo hot ends, where you guys may or may not have heard about those. E3D has the Revos, which you can basically quick swap at an instant. So let's say I'm printing nylon and something happens to that nozzle, I can take it right out after that print is done and put a new one back in while it's still toasty. I believe you can do that with these printers. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it seems like. So would you recommend getting a wash and cure station before the resin printer? Yes and no. It is a good investment to get a wash and cure, but it's not a huge requirement. You can get by with a piece of Tupperware and a UV light or even just natural sunlight. You can get away with that if you want to go a little bit on the cheaper side. I personally am quite invested in my Anycubic Wash and Cure Plus, but that might change in the next week or so. I'm just putting it right there. But we'll have to see. That's been my tried and true since it basically came out. So I do highly suggest getting a wash and cure station. Should you get it for the before the printer, that's completely up to you. But just know that that's going to take a chunk out of your printer budget. Usually when people say they have about a $500 budget, That gets them into a small printer, which basically prints the size of your hand, X, Y, and Z, and then a small wash and cure station. And that puts you right in about $500, along with some bottles of resin. So it kind of gets you all in one starter setup. Um, but if you're looking to go bigger, then that starts getting to add up. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this other camera on here, and we'll get this all set up here. Let's find a place for you guys to sit. There you go. Nice and easy. All right. And I forgot my Kniffen Fluben, but I have it on hand. Here, you know what? Let's get you guys. All right. Well, maybe we'll do it this way. There we go. That's better. Can you guys hear it, huh? You got a tiny Tina filament printer that's just real basic. Yeah, those are kind of cool. Are you muted on YouTube again? It seems like it. I really got to fix that. Because the thing is like I keep going back and forth between OBS and got audio now. All right, cool. All right, so pretty easy, straightforward. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and do some ASMR. Oh my goodness, that is a ton of static, man. Good Lord. You know what? I think Jim said the same thing. And so one difference on this printer compared to like the Creality K1, K1 Max, and the Bamboo, this is plastic. This is not glass. So kind of good, in one way, but I see it may be bad in another, especially if you're doing high temp filaments. You're probably going to have some warping over time. But like I said, Flashforge is usually pretty good. Sorry, I'm stepping in front of the camera here. All right. So let's see how we get this all open here. This way, okay. So, get this out of here without breaking anything. I don't know if I can. Ah, there we go. Did it come out this way? Maybe. Whew, that's a big chunk. There. Another piece, another piece. Ooh, I'm liking this. All right, so in here we have a power cord. We're not going to use it because we already have one set up. I usually always do, just for testing purposes. We do have a 250-gram spool, and this is the burnt titanium. This is a beautiful color. If you guys have not seen this color, I highly suggest taking a look at it. It is probably one of the prettiest colors I've seen in quite some time. And even Jim was quite surprised about it when he was doing his unboxing. What's up, Mr. Poole? How's it going? At least it doesn't have glass doors like Uncle Jesse. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought it would have, but yeah, it doesn't. So here, we'll show this to you guys up front here. It's kind of, the lighting doesn't do it all that great over here because there's not a ton of light, but you guys may or may not be able to see that. It literally is like a midnight purple where it changes from blue to teal to purple, and it's got like a glitter flake in it. It is amazing. And I've seen some people print with this, but I just have never seen it in person. And it is, wow, that's an amazing filament. I like that they include that with the printer, because most people just include your basic white that everybody else gets and nothing spectacular. So that one Jim had was awesome. Yeah, this is the exact same one. So he unboxed the same printer that I did. So I think he got his around the same time, and I just haven't had a chance to unbox it because, well, I've been sick. I've been under the weather. So now, one thing I do remember from Jim, the Edutech stream, is that he forgot to put the Bowden tube into his hot end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick before I forget. But essentially, inside here, it looks identical to a bamboo lamp. Okay, I know that seems to be the industry standard nowadays, but they're literally making them identical to this. So that's top-selling filament. Yeah, it absolutely is. So I'm going to try and show this off to you guys so you guys can see. But essentially, there's like the same exact plate setup, just a smaller version. We have inside here is the fan. It's the same exact setup as my carbon. The only difference is there is two places here that looks like either filtration or desiccant. So maybe one's desiccant, one's filtration, or maybe they're both. I don't know. I can't really see. Similar style hot ends, and it looks like they do have the frame set up exactly like the bamboo does, where there's a couple screws holding the frame down to keep it there. So very, very similar setup to the bamboo, just a little bit smaller side. So this already kind of looks promising, and I like that. It's got a magnetic door. So they actually have two large magnets set inside here. So you could just close it and it'll close very easily. Boom. Does this peel off? Oh yeah, I bet it does. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, this looks nice. It is pretty slick. It looks like someone has been CNC machining titanium. Yeah. Yeah, it looks really, really cool when you print with it. So let's see what's in the box. What's in the box? Oh, I broke it. because I'm opening it up wrong because it's just weird. All right, so inside we have our typical pair of black Flashforge side cutters. That I'm not sure what's supposed to be in there. There's nothing in there. Looks like a screwdriver of some sorts. A Phillips, that's probably to remove stuff, so we'll take that out. We have all of our Allen keys that are just kind of separate in there. Looks like a nozzle unclogger on there. We do have some glue. I personally am not a glue person. I absolutely love hairspray over glue because it's just easier to work with. It does the same thing. And one of the biggest pains that I have with glue is I never know how much to apply, so it ends up having peaks and valleys on it. So that would show up in the prints. But this looks like it's for PLA, ABS, ASA, and PETG, and this is 50 milliliters. So, and it does have recommended bed temperatures on it, so that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll use that, maybe not, probably not. And then, like I said, it does have a, looks like a bimetal heat break with a 0.6 nozzle. So that is what is really interesting about this printer, is that it has a quick change, and it's really, really crazy how this thing looks. So it basically is just like a plastic hot end with a little connecting port. It's a JST connector, so I'm amazed that this doesn't get like warped with the heat being so close to it. But maybe because of the design of their hot end, who knows that they had this set up a good way. So I'm waiting to see the AMS. Yeah, that would be nice to see if they have one. Hey, God, I mean, Matt, what's up, man? Flashforge were great with the palette. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the palette, to be honest, but I can't really say anything because I've never personally used them. I just hear horror stories from literally everybody who's had one. We do have a side filament holder. It's basically a giant eye, as you can see. I believe that's the same style as the bamboo. We have 2 screws to go with that. And then it looks like we have maintenance grease. Basically the same thing that bamboos come with. I keep saying bamboo because, well, it's a comparative printer in terms of price range. So it does come with a lot of stuff that bamboos do. Just saying. I like to let everybody know, you know, this is a comparable printer, but who knows? This might be a better buy, especially with it having a 0.6 nozzle. Now, if anybody knows anything about the bamboo printers, it really doesn't matter if you use a 0.4 or 0.6 or a 0.8 nozzle on the bamboos, because the profiles are already maxed out as it is. So the flow and the speed is not really anything to write home about. Whereas like an old bed slinger or, you know, other peasant printers, as we call them on TikTok, when you add a 0.4 or 0.6 or a 0.8 nozzle onto a printer that came with a 0.4, it makes a drastic difference because of the way that it flows. Whereas, like I said, the bamboo's already got everything set up and calibrated for it. So it's not really doing anything major in terms of like a time increment or anything, or decrease for anything. So anyway, moving along, less talking. Let's see what we got here. Got our USB drive. Come on, you can come on. So I do suggest maybe getting a different USB drive if you are. Now, I believe this does have Wi-Fi printing, just like the last Flashforge that I had. But if you are going to use the USB, I kind of see that as a hit point in the front. I do have angled ones, but that's going to get in the way of the power button that's here. So I would duly suggest getting a micro size USB stick that's out there. It literally just looks like a little nub. Inside here, after sales service card, won't really be needing that. And then we have a quick start guide. So basically unboxing everything. Okay, got everything unboxed, got all our information. All right, so now it says, this is all the cover. So now it's telling me to install the spool holder. And this is going to need a 0.2 millimeter Allen key. Now, that is one thing that I wish that they still kind of kept, because the last Flashforge, the Adventure 4, I think I had. Maybe it was the 3. But the last Flashforge I had, it was nice because it had a whole box on the side here that you put the filament inside, and it stayed in there. So how much on board storage memory does this new one have? You know what? I didn't look at that. I'll have to check. But let's go in the back here and see, or is it on the side? So this pretty much is like, it tells you everywhere where stuff needs to go. So if you're not sure where something needs to go, it'll tell you. Everything is labeled just like the bamboos are. You won't be bamboozled by this one. And yes, this is pretty much going to be it. We're going to be printing here in no time. Unlike the last live stream that we did with a printer. If you guys didn't see that one, go ahead and check it out on the YouTube. I'll be honest, it's probably not the best of my abilities for printing and putting together printers, but it's not my fault, I swear. I have a P1P and 2 AMSs. I don't use their profiles at all. I made my own at about 50% speed. Well, there you go. See, and that's perfectly fine. So filament goes in back. Yes, thank you. Is it normal to get a light thud or popping sound? Yes, it does. That actually means that it's kind of successful. Now, you don't want it too loud, but there should be just a light thud on there. All right, so unlock the build plate. So there are 2 in the back by the Z-Rod, and then 2 in the front. Exactly like my X1 Carbon, and I'm sure and every other bamboo printer out there. So this is kind of hard to see in here, though. Does it use the same screw? All right, well, that's cool. So when you open this, the smallest screw or Allen key is what you're going to be utilizing. So whew, that's on there tight. That's what she said. Very, very hard to remove these screws and get them out of their sockets, because this is not magnetized in any way. Very, very long screws too, by the way. All right. I should probably sit down for this. My back is already killing me. Love old age. It's great. And you're good to go. Okay, it's the first time it's happening. Yeah, so it all depends on how you orientate your models, how it's going to act, to be honest. It's not a bad thing. It's completely normal. So, and anybody that says that it's not normal, don't listen to them. I've been doing this for a long time. All right. So we have our 4 screws that are out. And I think that is it, my friends. We are ready to rock and roll. So now it says first print. All right. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to turn this to actually face you guys. because I think the power is in the front here. Like I said, one of the things that I kind of like about this a little bit more than the bamboo is the fact that these are plastic. I can't tell you how fragile I am. Fragile? No, that's not the right word. How I am very soft-handed with the bamboo that I work on. Let's see what's going on here. I have Ceratec on the shelf, but using up the e-packs. Yes, always use up resin. And here's the thing: if you have multiple bottles of resin, save a bottle and use that as what's called mud resin. Mix all of your resins into that. So if you have a little bit that's left over, pour it into that bottle. And you will have to shake it up pretty well and get it going, but it should be all right. So since we're getting our first print started, we're going to take out our filament and load up some filament. I am going to cut this on an angle, as you always should. There we go. We'll get this fed into the PTFE tube, which is right here into the back. So you go into the hot end, and we are good. All right. So let's clear that out all the way. Get this up out of the tube back. Baby, get back. Put you all back in the box so you don't go anywhere. All right. So again, we're not going to use the glue stick on this. We're going to use hairspray because I am a hairspray guy. So it is what it is. Sorry, I got to go. It's gone 2 a.m. here. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping in. More than welcome to stop in on the lives. I'm always live on TikTok late at night. So just wanted to ask your opinion on an E3D3 printer. As far as I know, it's pretty good. It seems like they're having a good sale on it right now. So I have not tested them out. I haven't really seen too many reviews on it, so I can't really speak on it. But for the price that they're selling them at, they seem to be a good bang for your buck because they got all the new parts on it, and yeah, they're pretty cheap. So anyway, let's turn this bad boy on. Magic smoke? Yes, no? Is this plugged in still? Did I unplug this accidentally? Maybe? I don't think so. Oh, there's a power button. Ta-da! I know how to work things, I swear. I kid. I do not know what I'm doing. Anyway, peace and respect and keep on 3D printing. All right, bud. Thanks for stopping in and chit-chatting. It's a very interesting sound. All right, so it is initialization right here. Now, from what I've told, it does do a startup just like the bamboo. It is definitely way more lighted than the bamboo is, though. I will tell you that much right now. Plates are a little bit thicker than the bamboo. So when you pull them off the build plate, you know, one of the issues that I have consistently with the bamboo is I want to take the plate off and do a hot swap. But sometimes what happens is when I lift it up, it peels away from the plate. So that happens quite a lot. Now, what's really cool about this is it actually has little tabs that sit above the build plate on this that lock the plate into the corner that it needs to be. That is something that I wish had on the bamboo. Like there's the tabs there to get it in, but it only lines up like the back part. So you still have to line up the left and right. Whereas this is on here. It's lined up already. So take note. That's a good little thing. So I do like that. All right. Anyway, let's go. All right, we're on English. Please confirm all packing materials. Yep. The printer is under self-detecting, and it may take several minutes. 9 minutes? That's a long-ass time, homie. But anyway, we're going to have to redo this anyways if we move this thing around. You know, one thing I should have checked was, like I said, inside here on the right-hand side, there's 2 filtration systems in it. And I don't want to mess with things while it's calibrating. It is very, very fast. Got some production stuff over here. Also, I got dog hair all over me. All right. It's so fast. It is pretty fast. That's the one thing. How fast is it compared to the Bamboo? Because that might be another selling point on it. Now, I'm not trying to dog on Bamboo. Obviously, you guys know that I love my Bamboo. It is my one printer that's staying. And I physically bought that printer. I was not given to it. This printer was given to me, but you know, this is a pretty nice printer so far. Does it have multicolor? No, and I know that's the big thing when everybody sees a new printer. That's the #1 thing that they ask. I don't think we'll see multicolor printing like we did with the Bamboo in probably another year, at least. So, but yeah, it's basically, this would be comparative to a single, not a non-AMS P1P, in terms of price range. So, it is not $399. That is for the M5M. This is the 5M Pro, which I believe is $599. Yes, $599 on their website, or $589 through Amazon. So I love the Flashforge before Bamboo. I'm still waiting to see this one. I agree. You know, I know Flashforge, they are very specific, and they don't really care about what people have to say about it, because they've always had really, really nice printers, but one of their biggest downfalls is they've always had very small build volumes. And this is the same thing. You know, it's a slightly bigger one, but, you know, usually they're pretty small. They're compact, so they get the job done. And as far as I know, it's the one slicer that I am actually okay with, Flash Print. It's still not great, but you know, there's other slicers out there that you can use with this. So let's see. Let's go back into the guide here, because I thought that there was some more information on here. So that way I can tell you guys about it. So basically, load up filament, boot it, start it, blah, blah, blah. No filament is extruded manually, going into there. No, it doesn't say anything about that. So I thought it had some more information. But I will tell you that right now, from what I was told, it does support Flash Print. It does support Cura. It does support Prusa Slicer. And most importantly, the big one that everybody loves using, Orca Slicer. Now, I personally have not used Orca Slicer yet, but it's literally Bamboo Slicer, just a more open source version of it. So that's really cool that it does utilize that. So that just makes me even more believe that this is closer to a Bamboo. It is a hell of a lot quieter than a Bamboo, I will tell you that much right now. So like when the Bamboo does its calibration, when it shifts the head back and forth like this, it is so loud, like you hear it, it's like like that. This is doing that right now. Can you guys hear it? I could barely hear it. It sounds like a fan starting up almost. That's it. I've used Orca build with the Flashforge. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting a little bit louder. Now I can kind of hear it. So it's a little loud, but not Bamboo loud. It's getting closer though. Getting closer. For sure. All right. So let's go over some specs here really quick. Let's go onto here and see if anybody's commenting. Do you do 3D printing for cash? Yes, I do. Good morning, Craig. How's it going? Evie, how's it going? Yes, I do print stuff for, excuse me, sorry. I do 3D printing and I do custom commissions. All right, so in terms of speeds and information about this printer, it looks like the max extruder speed is about 600 millimeters a second and 2,000 millimeters of acceleration. So it's right on par with the Bamboo. You can print PLA, ABS, ASA, PETG, TPU, PLA carbon fiber, PETG carbon fiber. And that's pretty much it. So apparently nylon is off the table. But I think ASA is kind of the newer winner for most people. So I love Orca more than Bamboo, more options. Yep, I hear that quite a lot. The printer itself is 380 by 400 by 453, so it is a fairly compact size. It's got a 4.3-inch touchscreen, and it does come with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle right out of the box. But like I said, we can upgrade to a 0.6 millimeter nozzle if we needed to. Let's see. It does have a camera, so that is a plus over the P1P. I think the P1P still comes without one, but you can add it on, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Replaceable print bed, yes. Working environment is anywhere between 15 and 30C. Auto leveling, continue last printing, so it has power resume features. Time-lapse video, that's awesome. Filament running out sensor, and an air filter. It says internal and extreme circulation. So we will have to take a look at those two pieces in there, because we got to make sure that there's nothing wrapped up in there. So how's it going, Luna? Welcome, welcome. I've used Orca and Builday with Flashforge. Oh, and Lychee twice. Yeah, and I'm sure Lychee will probably support this as well at some point, if it isn't right now. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Comes with one now, but it's 0.5 frames per second. Yeah, and unfortunately, it does not say what the camera is. But if it's anything like the Flashforge Adventure 4, like I said, I think that's the one I had. It will be a good camera. All right. Yeah, for some reason my comments are not coming through on my personal page, but anyway. All right, so we're all done there. And it says load the filament. We already did that. So we're going to go ahead and click load. It is preheating the nozzle to 220, and it's going to manually load that in. Got some scarring from production on my my head end unit. Not the end of the world, but just doesn't look fancy. Doesn't look new. So welcome. All right, so we are preheating. We're at 192, so it's got a pretty quick hot end. It's very nice to see. Now, I don't think this thing has like a whatchamacallit, a volcano style hot end. I believe it has something completely different. What it is, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't know if I'd be able to see. I'll have to check it out. So it says heating completed, and now it is loading the filaments in. So it says. Oh no, it is. It just didn't look like it. Okay, so we should see some filament poop coming out of here. You guys want to be a little bit closer? Why don't we get a little bit closer here? At least the TikTok land people, we can be a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer, honey. Is this a new FDM channel? No. Same bat time, same bat channel. Just you know, new printers. There we go. All right, so we do have some filament coming out here. All right, we're good. Okay, loading completed. Please clean the filaments on the nozzle and the platform and click print. So I'm going to add some hairspray here, just a little bit. All right, that's good. We'll let that sit for just a quick second so it can heat up and be all good. Let's bring you guys down too in the YouTube land, eh? So you guys can see what's going on. There we go. All right, so everybody's seen. I've seen this before. This is a classic. It's brand new. All right, so we're gonna hit print. So it says it's doing a cube PLA test right now. Okay. So I don't know how long this is gonna take, but maybe it'll tell me. Now, if you see on the hot end here, there's like a little red tab on the left and right side. Essentially, you take that, you squeeze it together, and that hot end should drop out. Again, I don't know if it is a cold style setup or hot, how you can remove it. I'll have to see. It doesn't really say in the instruction book. It doesn't say anywhere else on the actual instructions either online. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. What's up, Cold Star? I think I have a printer that's going to beat your P1Ps here, buddy. We'll see. All right, so it is heating up. We are overshooting the temperature by 4 degrees. And now it's coming back down. Okay. So it's going to heat it to 220 and 50. That's pretty toasty for some filament, but this is a fancy filament, so it might be okay. Yeah, builds per usually I do, but there's no fans going on right now, so I was okay spraying it inside. So what monster is that? This is the new Flashforge 5M Pro. Hey, I got it right. This is basically a direct competitor to the Bamboo Labs P1P or the K1 Max. Well, K1 it would be probably more suited against, but I can tell you right now, this is the K1 Max has no contest against this thing already. Or K1. I keep saying K1 Max. But yeah, this is a smaller printer. It's a 200 by or 220 by 220 build volume. And now we have the fan going on. Okay. All right, so I see some stuff going down. That is pretty quick, and it is whisper quiet. I hear the fan more than I do the printer. And you got to think this is on a plastic plastic table, so the vibration should be coming through pretty well. All right, now that's pretty loud, and that's moving some air. Good God, I literally feel the air right here blowing at me. That's crazy. Oh, that's because this is that. That's why I'm feeling the air, because it's actually the blower fan that's inside here. So there's a blower just like the Bamboo Labs have, just on this single one. It is a single color. So I want to see a 13-minute Benchie to beat my K1. So this is a PLA test, and it says it's going to be done in 5 minutes. Now, I don't know how ridiculous that is. However, so I was on Jim from the Edge of Tech stream last night or yesterday afternoon, and he unboxed this exact printer, and he said that that was a 13-minute Benchie as well. So we'll see how that goes. We're definitely going to print that after this cube, because this cube's going to be done in 5 minutes, in 4 minutes. That's insane. That's crazy. That's fast. let's see if we can prop you guys up here. It's a little better, not 100%, but a little better. Let's see here. Small build printers are super fast, like the Rook and the 100, super fast. Are using Flashforge slicer. I have not used anything. This is literally automatic on the printer. So what it did is it asked me to do a calibration, and then it went right into a test print right after the calibration, which is very interesting because I personally think that's a little bit good to have this, just so you can see like, hey, this is like a proof of concept. All the calibration is good. This is the print that you're going to get out of this, and then you go into slicing. Now, I will see what's on here on the USB drive to see, what we have. But I believe there is a Benchie file on there. I could be wrong though. If not, maybe we'll try and slice one in a quick second. But so far, this is way quieter than the Bamboo. I bet if I close this door, I probably wouldn't really hear it at all. And again, this is on a really cheap table, so I should be hearing all vibrations through it. So, and with this being just like my X1 Carbon, where this is all plastic, the sound should vibrate through this whole thing, and it's not. So already, if you're looking for a little bit quieter of a printer at just the same speeds that the Bamboo can get. Now, I don't know if this can do ludicrous speed, but we can definitely do some tests on it for sure. Because as of right now, this is looking damn good. I don't know what that's sliced at, but holy cow. Can it tell me like what the information is? Let's see. No, it doesn't tell me the details of the print. Dang it. I really wish it did. We can turn off the light if we want to. That's the light on the hot end. A little hard to press these buttons on this screen here. Oh, there we go. So it's got 3 different levels. Oh, there we go. Clicking it too many times. Is it glitching? Totally glitching out on me. Okay, that's a weird glitch, but all right. Tiffany, what's up? How's it going? All right, so we are 1 minute away from completing this little cube, and it is at 80%, 81%, 82%, 83%. So it's about what, every 5 seconds? 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6. So about 5.5 to 6 seconds per percent. That's pretty good. And it is fast. It is chooching away here. I mean, you guys can see how fast this thing is. This is crazy. And it's done. It is leaving a nice drag of filament there, but yeah, this thing's insanely fast right now. So whatever it's sliced at, it's got a very, very small layer line because I could barely see the layers on this thing. It's definitely very, very small. I know you guys can't see it, but You can barely see it. It is a Flashforge. Yes, it is. You are correct. Come on. And it looks beautiful. This is an amazing test print so far. All right, test printing completed. Okay. Let's see what else is on here. Let's go through the menus. So we have gearing, we have a cookie cutter, we have a hex scraper, we have a ribbed PLA, a starfish, and a 3D Benchie. Should we do the Benchie? You guys want to see how fast the Benchie does? Let's see what it says here. 14 minutes and 2 seconds for a Benchie. That little forever I'm done. Yep. 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 Now it does leave a little bit on here. We're going to do some leveling. How do we do this? Do we hit print? Oh, there we go. I forgot to hit print. I bet. So it looks like it might level in two different ways. It might level the actual Z on all the axes, and then it'll actually like auto level like a regular printer would. So now we're heating up. Now the $1,000,000 question is, does it probe when the bed is hot? What model is this? This is the brand new Adventure 5 M Pro. Yeah, we're sending the boat. 14 minutes and 2 seconds, it says. It literally says that. 3D Benchie underscore PLA underscore 14M2S.G code. So I can only assume 14 minutes and 2 seconds. All right, so we are now heating up. Or we're way past heating. Not sure why it does that, but so technically it's a little bit longer because of all the prep time that it does, just like the bamboo. Like the bamboo does what, a 15-minute print Benchie, and it takes forever to start up and calibrate everything. So I mean, by the time it prints, it's probably like a 20-minute Benchie. And I think the Creality is the same, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll have to see, because we do have a K1 Max that we need to unbox. So we'll have to get to that at some point. But that'll be interesting to see too, because I've heard kind of mixed reviews about it. So how's the noise compared to my bamboo? Very, very quiet. Definitely, at least when it's printing, it is not as loud. Even when it's doing its calibration, it's loud, but it's nowhere near what my X1 is. So, all right. So it looks like we're getting back down to temperature. All right. So here we go. Here's all the starting sequence.
Now the thing is, I'm more interested to see this thing running with a .6 nozzle than I would with a .4, because if you can optimize the speed to be faster, we'll have to see. Is this part of the cycle time? Yes, it is. This is selling currently right now on their website for $5.99. So it is right at the P1P mark, but it is a slightly smaller build volume at 220 instead of 256. But it does come with a .6 nozzle on it with a bimetal heat break. It comes with a camera automatically. I don't know how much better it is, but if it's anything like the previous Flashforges, they're pretty clear cameras. I think they're actually even better than the bamboo ones. And actually, I don't know where the camera is even on this. That's one thing we got to look at. Where the hell is the camera? Oh, I opened it. Do I like trigger it? Oh no, finished its auto leveling. Ah, there's the camera. So the camera is up in the upper right instead of the upper left by the door hinge. So camera on Flashforge is way better than my P1S. Yeah, see, and that's what I remember from what I think I had the Flashforge Adventure 4. So, all right, it looks like we are starting to print now. All right. So we'll start it off, see how it goes. There's our purge lines. It's like we got some filament stuck to it. And so the bottom's not going to look that great because we did get a little bit of a purge stuck to the nozzle. So, and yes, it is bouncy because it's on a foldable table, so it's nothing spectacular. But you can't hear it, can you? You can't hear it printing. And it's probably printing in, I'd say, normal bamboo mode. Not silent, but like the normal. Wow, that is quick. Look at that boy running away. Crazy, crazy, crazy fast. P1P is a 5.5 minute startup time. All right, well that's cool to know. I think it's pretty much on par, right? I was probably talking for a good 5 minutes. I didn't really count, but yeah. So the fan, the blower fan, is going. That's about the only thing that I hear. I don't hear any of the fans on the hot end or anything like that. I don't hear any of the movements of the actual printer like I would on the bamboo. Like the bamboo, you would actually hear like, it's not as bad as an ender, but comparing it to this, it's like that. It is like old ender. So, but if I can turn off the chamber fan, let's see if we can turn this off. I don't really want to mess with anything, but we'll see. We turn off the chamber fan. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh, so here it tells me what we're running at. So right now we're running at 300 millimeters. We're running at 600 millimeters, then 50 millimeters, then 600, then 300, 50. So it's basically for this print, it's switching between 50, 300, and 600 for the most part. So it's really nice the calibration that it does, the auto, because it does like the really fine and close parts at 600, and then when it goes around the actual boat, the bow of the Benchie, it goes down to 50, and that's where it's at its slowest. So it makes sure that your exterior looks the best out of anything, which is really, really interesting. I don't believe my bamboo does that. It just runs at constant 600 or whatever it is, whatever I put it at. I'll have to double check. I've never really watched the P1 or the X1 carbon print, so but I believe that's how it goes. So right now it's printing at 150 millimeters on that part, and then 400 around, 600 on the back small parts. So very, very small travels, it does 600 millimeters. Medium travels, it does 300 to 400. And then on large travels, it does 50. Or exterior travels, I should say, out of anything. But this filament is just amazing looking. This is probably the prettiest Benchie I will ever make. And I haven't really printed too many Benchies. I could care less for them. But this might actually be a Benchie that I'd like to keep. This is really, really nice filament. I love this filament. Now I see what all the fuss is about. So yes, it is. It is their filament. It is the what is it called? The burnt titanium one. It is an amazing looking filament. It basically is like a blue, teal, purple with some glitter speck in it, and it just prints amazing. And wow, they didn't give me enough. They need to include a 1 kilogram spool of this. I would gladly pay the extra money. So yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this up close, this burnt titanium, and it is flawless looking, like amazing. By the way, I apologize for everybody on this camera, for the white balance on this camera is not that great. So it's definitely a favorite. Pictures and videos done it. Yeah, don't do it justice. I agree. Because I've definitely seen people post pictures and I'm like, wow, that's nice. But when you look at it in person, you're like, damn, that is nice. So, but we're definitely going to print some more stuff on this. We're going to see how all the test prints come out. So right now we are 6 minutes in and we're at 17%. We're at 18%. That fan is literally blowing right in my face. Like it is doing its job and then some. But again, so the difference, there inside here, there is 2 pockets right here on the right-hand side that you can pull out. And it looks like they have silica gel packs in them, or silica packs. So this is supposed to be an in and out filtration system. So one is supposed to pump fresh air in, and one is supposed to exhale that air out. So if you're printing things like ABS or ASA, that's what it's supposed to be there to help you with. I really wish I had some ABS. I would love to try ABS on this printer and see how it prints. That would be very interesting. Oh, did we have a failure? Or that's just, oh no, that's the bow. It's been so long since I printed a Benchie. I didn't know how it looked. Gotta go. Happy printing. I'll pick your brain over it later. I'm curious about this model. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I'd say all in all, now I haven't had a P1P in my hands, but comparing this to my X1 Carbon and a P1P basically being a bare bones X1 Carbon, this might be a little bit better of a purchase in my opinion. for what it has. Again, it is a slightly smaller build plate, but man, this thing is running away, and it is printing just as nice as the bamboo does. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Sneak preview. Can we zoom in here? Look at that, running away. Run away from them. Yay, yay, yay. Amazingly fast. Blazing. Well, that's maximum you guys get. Got it. Here, for you guys in the other land, you guys can see up close how it's printing away. That's moving, boy. Moving. All right, so we are about 10 minutes in, and it's at 39%. Ooh, I don't know. 14 minutes, it's stretching it. I don't know. 40%, 10 minutes in. Now, I will say, you know, this is a little bit smaller of a model, but one thing I would definitely like to see is an upgrade to the LCD screen. I think they need something just slightly bigger than what they have here. The screen is definitely better than previous ones, but definitely need just a tad bit bigger, in my opinion. I was made aware that there is an Ethernet port on here, too. So if you guys need to print via Ethernet, this does allow that as well. So it does do Wi-Fi. For us blind folks, yeah. That would be me. I can't see. Jeez. No, but for people who have the fat fingers, you know, the people who eat too much tacos. That actually sounds really good right now. I should go and get tacos after this. I am still kind of hungry. Then I have to go and get cash, and that's a real pain. And I don't know. We'll see. It's going quick. We're at 50% at 12 minutes. I don't think this is going to finish in 14 minutes, 2 seconds. It's looking like a fallacy to me. There's no way this is going to get done in 2 minutes. No freaking way. Still got a lot of bridging to do. 51%. I don't know. I don't see this getting a 14-minute Benchie done. Grocery prices keep going up. We are having Taco Thursday for Thanksgiving. You know, I heard somebody on TikTok, they're like, hey, I pre-ordered the turkey from Popeyes. It was $99. I'm like, what? In what world has a turkey costed somebody $99? That's insane. So we're at 12 minutes still, 54%. There's no way. 13 minutes. This is not going to look good. I think we're going to be more at a 16-minute. All right, we're coming up on 58%. 13 minutes. Probably going on 14 minutes here. Definitely not a 14-minute, 2-second Benchie. I can guarantee that right now. No way. I should have put a timer up here too. Now 16 and a half, you said? Yeah, it's looking like that. But what's funny is it looks like it's holding out the minute on here. And if it is, that's horseshit. Oh, we're at 14 minutes. We're at 61%. Yeah, we're looking at like 15, 16. I didn't use anything, so this was pre-sliced on the printer. But the file specifically says 14 minutes and 2 seconds. Now, the main thing is that might be true with a 0.6 nozzle on it, because you got to think you can swap the nozzle on this thing and make it a 0.6. So we'll have to see. I'm definitely going to put the 0.6 on here because I'm really interested in how things are going to print on that, because I've never used anything beyond a 0.4 since I've left TH3D Studio. So but yeah, looking like 16 minutes here. We're on 14 minutes now. Probably coming up on 15 minutes at 70%. We're getting close. Yeah. All right, so it looks like we're finishing the bow here in a sec. So it's quick, but it's not that quick. We're at 15 minutes, 72%. Okay, we should be finishing about any minute now, and then it should be just chooching away. Maybe we're done with the bow now. Yeah, I think we're done. We're done with the bow. We're at 16 minutes, so we might be wrong. Might be 17 minutes or 18 minutes, maybe 18. We're only at 75% here. So we're definitely past 16 and a half. Right? You don't even get to see first layers unless you do a large print. But even then, it's just like, man, you don't get to see that fly down because even the big printers are getting fast. So I like the 0.6 on the P1P, but I also love the 0.2 for business card specs. Yeah, so they do also have a 0.22 millimeter nozzle. It's 0.22, which would be interesting to see that because like this would be cool to have something like that, to have really fine detail and print just like a bamboo does. Like that would be awesome. So we're at 17 minutes and we're at 80%. So looking more like a 19-minute Benchie. All right, so we have the bridging done. That bridged beautifully on that. The million-dollar question is, how is the top going to look? I'm gonna actually open this and see if we can. We can't really see. I was gonna say I can try and see if we can get the top of it. We can see it when it starts bridging the top. That will be interesting. We're at 83% now. Hey, Crystal, how's it going? All right, so we got the borders going up there. We are currently at 18 minutes at 85%. This might actually finish in about 20 minutes. Still haven't done the bridging yet. That's where I'm very interested to see this. Sorry, I can't really see comments right now because I got you guys up close and personal with the noozle. Oh, there we go. Wow, that is quick, man. Look at that bridging. Amazing. Perfect. Wow. Damn, dude. I am blown away by that. Look at that. Crazy. Doing the infill now. We are at 19 minutes at 90%. So yeah, we're looking at a 20-minute Benchie actually. We're pretty much getting done here. And all the little stuff around smokestack. %. Crazy how it does that bridging and separate things. Okay. We're at 20 minutes, 93%. Might be 22 minutes before this is done. God, keep having to adjust it. Okay, so it looks like it's laying down the top layer there. And this filament is just amazing. Burnt titanium, amazing stuff. All right, so we're at 95%, 96%. We're going to be done here very, very soon. So yeah, it looks like a 22-minute Benchie. But not the fastest, but pretty quick. For 21 minutes at 98%. -1 minutes, 98%. 100% in 21 minutes. All right, so that's it. So we're basically at like 21 minutes and some change. Probably closer to like 22 minutes for that. But yeah. Let's see here. What's up, Crystal? How's it going? Yes, this is the Flashforge M5M Pro. Oh, I almost said it. Takes me 36 right now on the Vipers, so 19 is a huge improvement on those. Agreed. And the Vipers are really, really nice. What's up, Thingambobbers? How's it going? Do the math. 21 would be the right time at 0.4 versus 0.6. Yeah, so that would be right. So 14 minutes, a 0.6 millimeter nozzle would actually be a 13-minute Benchie. So yeah, that's cheating a little bit, but what about quality? Oh, just wait. We'll show you guys the quality on this. Okay, so this is the burnt titanium filament, which this is the first time I'm seeing it in person. It is amazing. And the quality of this is even better. Look at that. The quality, so it looks like it has stuff on it, but that's actually the sparkle of the filaments. It's really hard to show this. So let me try and switch my camera around here for you guys on TikTok here, so you guys can see how amazing this thing looks. Look at it. That is crazy, yo. No, let's put you guys on the back camera here so we can do this. There we go. So you guys can see a little bit better and it, prints a little bit better. Come on, zoom. All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. But yeah, looks amazing. Look at that. That is some amazing results, and that filament is just so pretty. Like, I want to buy a whole bunch of this filament just because it looks amazing. Love it. Yeah. So the time is definitely done at 0.6 for sure. All right, so let's see what else we can print here. Let's go into our print settings. Let's see. Should we do starfish mold? I could care less. Hex scraper? Nah. We did the Benchie. Let's do. We could do a cookie cutter or gearing. Let's do the gearing. Let's see how it turns out with the gearing. I need to get this scraped off. All right, so we're all good. What's the layer height? That is $1 million question to which it does not tell me. But with looking at how it is, that is a very, very low layer height. It is not a high one because I could barely see the layer lines on this print. Now, normally on a Benchie, I can see it. It is pre-sliced. So, but on this, I cannot see the layer lines. I mean, you can just barely make them out. So I would say at a stock setting, probably 0.2. Looking at this, that's my guess. Yeah, it did take so long, but the file slice did say that it was supposed to be 13 minutes. Now, granted, there is the ability to swap to a 0.6 millimeter nozzle directly from factory. So, um, so yeah, I think we're going to do this test print, and then this gear is going to turn out, and then I'm just going to swap to a 0.6 nozzle and do those same test prints and see how they turn out. Because yeah, this quality is just, it is amazing. That is really, really nice. And I'm guessing this is a 0.2 layer height, judging by the by all of the layer lines that you could barely even see. So. That finds nice. Yeah, it looks like the time was done at 0.6 nozzle. Yep. What's the price range? So this puts this right in the range of the P1P. However, this is going to have a far superior camera than the P1P. It is a slightly smaller build volume at 220 compared to the P1P. It definitely has a better screen than the P1P. I can tell you that much. Like, the P1P wishes it had a screen like that. But the screen on the P1P is not bad. I mean, it works. You're on Facebook and on YouTube, so they're engineered bamboo P1P, P1S. Yeah, sort of. They literally took everything. So the difference is this is an enclosed unit, so this is more like a P1S, like you said. It's got a blower fan that's literally the same design as the bamboo one. The hot end is very similar. It's Core XY setup. Bed plate is almost identical to it. It does have an in and out outlets for a fan. So it does have an intake and an outtake. I don't know what's in here. Let's see if we can find out. So it does have filters in here as well. No carbon filter. Oh no. So this is a HEPA carbon filter combo. So that's really cool that they have these in here. So HEPA carbon on each side. Very easy to swap. The bed is connected with a ribbon cable. Now, I believe on my carbon, it is not a ribbon cable. It is just 2 power wires that's on there. So slightly different in terms of that. So, but yeah, essentially this is a smaller, more compact version of the P1P. Very similar features to it. One thing I do like is no glass doors on this. On the side, on the front, and on the top, these are both plastic. And that's been the Flashforge thing since day one. And yes, you can print high-end materials on this, unlike the P1P. You can print ABS and ASA in this without any problems. So comparing it to a P1P without an AMS, this might actually be a little bit better bang for your buck because it comes with a 0.6 millimeter nozzle right in the box for you to swap. It has a better camera. It has the ability to print hotter temperatures. So it goes up to 280 degrees Celsius for the hot end. So very, very nice. Okay, so this is doing like a helical gear. The one where like you put like a pencil in between it and you can spin it and all the helixes twist into it. So that's what it's printing right now. No, there is no AMS attachment, unfortunately. Bamboo is the only one that has that as of right now. There is another company called CoPrint that is basically trying to come onto the market with something new. I don't know how well it is. We might try and get one. I don't really know if I want to reach out, to be honest. But we'll have to see. They are a Kickstarter, but it has looked very interesting from what I've seen. So we'll have to check that out. But that's the only one besides Bamboo that's on the market right now. So. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if you want to sit here and watch this print or not, but yeah, we really don't have anything else going on right now. So yeah, we'll probably call it a night here in the next couple minutes because we already got our proof of concepts, far better than the last printer we put together. So already at least something is printing and working without having any issues right out of the box. We have not had an issue with this so far, knock on printer. But that's typical Flashforge for you. They produce a little bit smaller printers, but they are much higher quality than most printers. Just FYI for those who are coming into the stream, if you guys see these little red buttons on each side of the hot end, essentially you clip those and the hot end will remove. So you can do a quick hot swap of your hot end. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really have much else for you guys to talk about. Price range is $5.99. I can put a link in my link tree if you guys really want to take a look at it. I'll put the Flashforge and the Amazon link in there if you really want to. But for those who are on Facebook and YouTube and whatnot, you guys should already have a link down in the description for the Amazon listing. So the Amazon listing is about $80 more than the printer because, well, it's got a cover for shipping and everything. So yeah, I think it's $80 more. Could be wrong. Hold on. Just double check before I set that in stone. It is. No, I'm sorry. It's $10 cheaper to buy it on Amazon. It's $10 cheaper to buy it on Amazon. So right now, Flashforge has this listed for $5.99, and Amazon has it listed for $5.89. Now, obviously, that is with a Amazon account. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, bud. This was really informative, as always. Thanks for the stream. Anytime, bud. You have a good one, and I'm sure you guys will see some more videos of this here and there. One other thing I wanted to add for those who were asking about this printer. One thing that I absolutely like about this bed setup is while the X1 carbon I have has slots to line up the back of the plate so you don't go over anything, you can't line up left and right. This has a corner piece that you can line it up left and right automatically. And it's got like a little hood over it. So that way it doesn't go up and over or anything. You basically just put the plate right on there and it will not move anywhere. So really, really nicely thought. Extra thought on that. And then the other difference between this is I don't think you can level the bed if you need to. It is pre-leveled. So what's done is done. I don't see anything unless they just remove the knobs and you do a screw, but they are lock screws if you do it that way. So once they're set, they're set. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you got any other questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them down below in the description, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Until next time, happy printing.